What's up, guys? So back here with you, another video on some maintenance here, oil change for you. We're working on a 2016 Polaris Ranger ETX. So it's the smaller engine. It's like the 325, I think it is. We just got this not too long ago, so we're just doing a oil change, so we know it's up to date and ready to be thrashed like always. So I'm just going to go around and show you where everything's located. First of all, the drain plug. So the drain plug is located on the bottom of the crankcase. It's located, let's see, there. So you can tell there's the front wheel, come forward a little bit and up, and there's the engine oil drain plug. You don't want to be in the back here. So you don't want to be between the wheels. That would be like the transmission. So you do not want to pull that plug if you're changing the oil. So make sure you stay forward on that one there. And you can see it's got a little copper washer around it. So that can be an easy identifier for you. But just make sure you're in the front, not in the back. Oil drain plug takes a 6mm Allen wrench. So if you got an Allen wrench or a ratchet, a socket for your ratchet, whatever works. Then we got the oil filter, which is located right in here. You can even see it says filter imprinted on that right there. So there's your 2 bolts for your filter. Here's your dipstick right here. You can add oil there, or you can add oil right up here. Now you want to make sure you get Polaris oil filter. Got the Polaris OEM oil filter. I'll show you that. So it's kind of like a canister. It just fits right inside there. If you have a dirt bike, it's kind of like your dirt bike. It's not really more. It's more like a dirt bike, not a car. Some cars go to canisters now, but this is what you need. You got your O-ring that comes with it, as you can see right here, and your oil filter. So that's that. New copper washer for the drain plug, and then it takes like 1.75 quarts of oil. So we got the Polaris PS4 5W50 oil that's recommended. So get that OEM oil, OEM filter, everything OEM. You know it's gonna be right. So even though it might be a little more money, it'd be worth it in the long run. Wow, guys, I'm so sorry. Rookie mistake. I forgot to tell you another important socket size. So the socket size to take off the filter cap is an 8mm. So make sure you have that too. 6mm Allen wrench, 8mm socket for your oil cap. So there you go. That's what you need. Don't forget it. So now we're gonna dig into the juicy stuff, get that drain plug off. So stay tuned. I just want to give you a few more tips here that the book says, in case some of you don't have the book. So it says to start the engine and allow it to idle for 2 to 3 minutes, and then stop your engine, and then you can change the oil. I drove it down from the barn, so it had a little warm-up time, so it's good. Nothing big deal about that. You just obviously want your oil warm so it can flow out good. The the torque for the drain plug is 11 to 13 foot-pounds. The torque for the oil filter screws is 88 inch-pounds, and 1.75 quarts of oil, obviously. And make sure you have your transmission in park. You know, don't want it to roll over on you. After you change oil in the filter, put everything back together, start the engine, allow it to idle for 1 or 2 minutes, stop the engine, look for leaks, and then check your oil. So that's just the process here. Always make sure you dispose of your oil properly. Take it to your local dealer, and they will process the oil for you. Don't dump it over the hill like most rednecks do. So stay tuned. Millimeter Allen here. Got my drain pan. Climb under here. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but the front bolt stay in the front, not between the wheels. Put that on there. Give her a little torque breaker loose. So yeah, that's the problem. The bolt fell in the pan because the little hole through the skid plate that allows you to bring the bolt through isn't quite correct. So whenever I brought it down, it fell off the into my socket and went in the pan. So we'll get that. No worries. Make sure your copper washer comes off the bottom of the crankcase. Mine was stuck up there, so I just knocked it loose. You don't want to have two of them up there. It wouldn't be too good. I'll show you guys a trick to get your bolt back quickly. Stay tuned. So if you have a little magnet on a pole for reaching down anywhere to get something that's metal, just get your magnet and go fishing. And just like that, I caught my bolt. So you don't have to dig your hands down into the oil pan or anything. If you drop it, no biggie. You can put your copper washer on your bolt there, like so. Take the bolts loose and take the cap off the filter, so that way if there's any oil there, it can help flow through while I have the bolt off. Gonna pop these off real quick. So a little oil does come out of there, but since the skid plate's there, it can't hit the ground. So it's hitting the skid plate, running over to the nearest hole and going down into the pan. So it's not getting on the floor or anything. But I'm going to put my towel here because I don't really want oil all over the skid plate. So I'll soak up that little bit of oil that's come out. I like to keep my equipment clean, you know. So there's your filter, and your O-ring is filter there, O-ring back there, so definitely needs changed, a little dirty. So just pop that off there. Just stuck on there pretty good, so you pop that off there. Put that on my towel. Pop that O-ring out of there. I pop that O-ring out of there, so take my bolts out and set those to the side for now. If you can't get your O-ring out real well, go get a flathead screwdriver. So I just want to make sure filter's the same, O-ring's the same. O-ring fits right around there, nice and snug. So just make sure. You get your flathead screwdriver, you can pop that out of there, but be careful. You don't want to mar it up or anything. So just gotta be real careful. Slip under there, screwdriver, and just kind of work it out, just like so. Comes right out of there. Take your new one. Put a little oil on it. There's a little oil on this, so I just put a little oil on it. Make it nice and slick. Slide on there easy. You don't want to rip it, so just be careful. Easy process here. Don't get in a rush. And she just snaps right around there like that, so perfect. And you take a new filter. Rubber part goes on the metal piece. UPS man's here, so I'll continue this in a second. Sorry for the delay, had a little package come in. So as I was saying, O-ring goes around there. You take your little canister oil filter. The rubber section there goes on there, so it's kind of snug. So you just kind of snap it on there like that, and it won't come off or anything. So now, when you reinstall your oil filter, you got two holes here. So you make sure you get it lined up the way it was. It's easy to tell. Filter written is up and down, and obviously, if you look inside, there's a hole right there inside, so that hole has to line up with these, and obviously your bolt's only going one way, so it's pretty simple, guys. It's no biggie. So you put that back in there, get your little bolts. There's a little spring in there, so whether or not the spring comes out with it, I don't know. It doesn't. The spring's stuck on like a little metal piece in there, so it's simple enough. Each side. Oh yeah, it goes in there fine. Never mind. Tighten those up to, you know, your 85 inch-pounds. Snug, but not too snug, because obviously you don't want to strip out that aluminum. Would not be no bueno, you know what I mean. take your bolt, put it on there real carefully. Get up in that hole. Work it in there with your hands. So it just made connection there, so we're gonna make sure we give it a little bit more of a turn, about like so. Don't want to get it too tight, but you want to seal it up. If you get it too tight, you're gonna strip it out, and you don't want to do that. So, got the oil drained, the plug put back in with the new copper washer. We got the filter out, changed, new O-ring and filter. So now the only thing left is to add oil. So you see, fill the sump with 1.75 quarts of recommended oil. So there you go, 1.75 quarts for sure. That's what it takes. We got 1 quart jugs here. So we're gonna put a full one and 3/4 of the other one. Quick math there, I know. So a little bit of maintenance here is get a shop rag, wipe off any oil you dripped. Sounded pretty good. Sounds real crisp and smooth. No oil coming out of there. There's no oil coming out from down there, so that's a plus. Don't want any oil leaks, that's for sure. So just gonna unscrew the dipstick here. Just wipe it off real good. You got your top line. This top little piece is your full, and this bottom one means you need to add some oil. So clean it off real good in there so you know exactly where your oil level's at. So it's good and dry. Stick that back in there. I always screw it in. I don't know. Pull it back out, and it's literally right on the full line. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and oily right there, but right above it it's dry, so that's perfect. Just tighten that back up, make sure your cap's tight up top, filter's tight, bolts tight at the bottom. That's how you do it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video on a 2016 Polaris Ranger ETX 4-wheel drive. You know, dual overhead cam, electric fuel injection, all the goodies. So that's it on the Polaris Ranger. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, drop a big fat thumbs up for me. You know, help this video get to the rest of the world. It's very important to know how to do oil changes on your vehicle. So if this video helps out somebody, just one person, I'm happy. So appreciate the views. If you liked it that much, just, you know, go ahead and subscribe to me. That one button doesn't mean much to you, but means a lot to me. So I just hit that subscribe and like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thor here, he's my mascot. He's always there helping me wrench on stuff, keeping me in line, making sure I don't over tighten a bolt or put too much oil in something. So there he is. He'd really appreciate a big fat thumbs up, wouldn't you, Thor? Would you appreciate a big fat thumbs up? Yes. He shook his head yes. You saw that. He'd appreciate a big fat thumbs up. What about a subscribe, Thor? You want someone to subscribe to you? Oh, yeah. He sure does. So, give him subscribe, thumbs up. He'll get a good belly scratching. So, yeah. If you guys give me a thumbs up, I'll give him an extra belly scratching for you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for viewing. Have a good day.